Being a venture capitalist means that you're a leader first and a fixer second. The leader's the one who has the charisma to get different personalities and egos to work well together. In The Merchant Bankers, Welshberg talks about the advent of modern-day venture investing in continental Europe and glamorizes the early City of London bankers. Quote, individual flair and old-fashioned instinct are still needed in merchant banking, but they are now coupled with the aggressiveness and dynamic forward thinking. Quote. Welshberg goes on, quote, they developed a technique of absolute discretion to perfection. These merchant bankers proved a genuine sense of enterprise with rock-like assurance and elegant dignity. When taking risks of heroic dimensions, it becomes part of history. Quote. Today, this also looks a little like Marty Byrde in the series Ozark, doing his thrilling blocking and tackling, carefully answering know-your-client questions to a robotic retail banker testing his baseline. Quote, how well do you know the entity you're wiring $2.5 million to? Where did this money come from? And what is this wire for again? Quote. Or like an air traffic controller, waiting for the documents to come from the law firm late at night, making sure their final approach doesn't conflict with any other investor's needs or wants before sending it back for another approach. Or an educator trying to make sure the investor understands, in the simplest of terms possible, where their money is going and how it's going to come back to them, without intimidating them with non-trust building industry jargon you know that they don't understand. Facing off with experienced private bankers who want to go deep into the profit formulas to see how the beans are split and to see if you've got a double promote in there or something that wasn't previously discussed. They're looking for the devil in the details. After the next few years, after putting out fires like The Wolf, as played by Harvey Keitel from Pulp Fiction, now you get to the exit, and that is where all the glory, ego, and prestige is. Acrylic deal toys are passed around like medals of honor, celebrate and commemorate the long-fought battles, with the status-enhancing war stories to share under the Christmas tree for generations to come, about how Grandma and Grandpa did something different and great that everyone has and will be benefiting from for generations to come. This comes after, of course, the library's new wing has been dedicated with your grandmother's name on it this spring. The ego only comes at the exit. Even then, as they say in Las Vegas, you're as only good as your last show. The characters haven't changed, only the costumes.